So many microphones. Well, thank you guys. So 4 years ago, a student started attending classes at UAA. The student came to UAA with a big group of friends that they knew from high school. They graduated together. They came to UAA and were excited about their new adventure. Unfortunately, day by day, they started to see how this was so much different from where they came from before. They started to recognize that maybe they just weren't fitting in. They weren't feeling connected to the university. It was really, really hard for them. And then this student that I know, he noticed by the end of the first year, almost all of his friends had left UAA. He was feeling those same struggles. He didn't feel connected, but he was determined to finish his degree here. During this time, he knew he'd hung out in the student union. He had heard of, some employment opportunities there. So he's like, I don't want to leave. I've got to do something. So he applied at the student union, became a resource assistant. After a couple of months, his determination really shone through. We were hiring student managers, and this student really stuck out. So the opportunity became available for him. I got to know him more during this time and really learned about his story, how he'd watched all of his friends leave the university and how he was the only one left, but there was no way he was going to leave. During that time, I knew that the relationships that he built within our department were what kept him there. He told me how our department made him feel like he had a family now, that this was his home. Those are the types of interactions we want to see happen every day at this institution. 4 years later, that student is still here, and he's still persisting. That's an amazing story that I know we hear all the time here at UAA. We have success stories, and we have those connections that are happening, but how can we make it happen for more of our students? How can we make it happen for all of our students? So, looked at some research on peer relationships. My dear friend Alexander Aston, you might know him, I've met him, it's okay, we're best friends. So he says the student's peer group is the single most potent source of influence on growth and development during the undergraduate years. If students do not feel connected to a new peer group, their chances of departing from the university or the institution are increased. That's the last thing we want to happen. We want to decrease their chances of leaving our institution. So we've got to find ways to make these connections happen. So the other thing that we found within the research was the effects of this support group and encouragement from the peers that they have and significant others are consistent across minority and non-minority populations. This is important for all of us. Every student could have this type of connection and meaningful interaction and be more successful here at UAA. So, looking at some programs that we already had in place at Student Union Commuter Student Services, we used to have a mentor program that our student staff, they were engaged, they probably got some good things from it. But being called a mentor is a pretty heavy load sometimes. That you are someone's mentor, you're in charge of their success. So Sam and I were looking at different programs across the nation, the world, and we found some pretty amazing examples out there. And we decided to call our new program the Peers Program, which is providing education, empowerment, resources, and support. And this is a peer leadership development program that we have within our department. And we have them meet intentionally with each other throughout the year. We help create those interactions for them by actually matching them up. So in the old program, we let them kind of do an NFL draft style. This is the employee I want to have on my team. We found that might not work so well. So we started intentionally pairing the students together. So finding common interests. The most important thing, though, is finding schedules that work together. If they're not meeting with each other, they're not going to get anything from the program. So we make sure that they are able to meet and require them actually to meet with each other. once a year, what? No. Once a month for the whole year. And we also require them to meet with each other or just kind of check in once a week. And so these relationships are matched up between our student managers and our resource assistants. So the student managers are usually students that have been a part of our department for at least a year or more, but have that senior level experience and are helping the resource assistants transition sometimes into the university, but definitely into the student union in their role. And we want to make sure that they feel that sense of connection to UAA, but mainly to the student union, because they're helping so many other students on campus. If we're not starting with them, then how are they going to help transfer that message if they're not feeling connected? So we make sure to do that. And the other benefit of the program is their own professional growth. So we definitely try to keep them connected to the university through this program, but the student manager, the senior level student, is also getting a ton of professional growth from this opportunity by being able to lead someone through that type of conversation and having really meaningful impacts with them. Oh, during their monthly meeting, we also make sure that they're setting some goals. The 3 goals that they try to set are a professional or a career goal, and then one for their academics and one for the department. So in their monthly meetings, they first set those goals using SMART goal worksheets. And then after that, they're checking in and hopefully celebrating their successes and creating those or succeeding through those goals. And then they're also just checking in, developing that relationship, seeing what resources they need on campus, and reaching out to those different areas. And that has been one of the main things that we've seen come from the program is we're able to refer a lot of our students out to other areas we know of from the concerns they identify during these meetings. We've developed learning outcomes. I won't bore you with all of those. But the main thing is developing the sense of connection and Whitney, are you celebrating our learning outcomes? They are very successful learning outcomes. And beyond the sense of connection, it is definitely that professional growth that happens for both employees. The success of our program, I think, is being demonstrated every day through hopefully the interactions you see with our students. We loan them out to departments from time to time, so hopefully when you interact with them, you're seeing how successful they can be, how professional they are, how connected to the university they are through the programs that you run as well. Hopefully you're seeing them there. But the thing we're still working on an assessment to be able to really measure the level of connectedness they get from this program. But the main thing is this year, or the biggest goal we've seen or outcome, is that we have 12 students graduating this year of a staff of 40. That's huge for us. We've had 1, 2, or 3 maybe in the past graduated year, but that is one of our main outcomes. We're really happy to say that. So with that, you're saying, okay, that's great, way to go, student union, brag, whatever, you've got this great program. What does it mean to me? I don't really want to hear about it anymore. This is transferable to really any area across campus. Our jobs are to affect students. This could be a student-employee program, senior level staff to entry-level staff like ours, upper-level students to first and second-year students like the Multicultural Center is doing. Living learning communities could use this as students that have lived there in previous years can help students transitioning in. Resident advisors and peer mentors do this every day in the residence halls. Utilizing a fellow transfer student to advise a new transfer student, the list goes on and on. This type of program can happen really in any area with anyone. And Student Affairs is a place where those connections should be happening within all of our departments. The importance of mentors and peer relationships transcends age, sexual orientation, gender, social status. It's important for everyone. The benefits are for both people, both the mentor and the mentee, or just the two peers in that relationship. They're both gaining so much. We as a department, or departments, have a lot to gain from this as well. We use a lot less resources for using our students to connect with each other than if a professional staff member is trying to reach every student on campus. There are so many of us in this room, but we're never going to be able to have an individual conversation with 16,000 students. So that's why we need to use the resources that we have and reach out to the students on campus that we already know that can do these types of things. Research definitely backs all this up as well, of the importance of peer relationships.